Hi, you guys. Welcome back to the Sing Confidently Live Creatively podcast. Estelle here. Today, I wanted to get into how we can actually change our limiting beliefs and build confidence as singers, as performers. So maybe you're scared to even own that title of like, I'm a performing artist. You are. Like, if I feel like if you're listening to the show, like, you are a creative, you are a performer. So maybe you're a creative in the visual art space or in, you know, a different like non-performing art space. Um, However, you're still like a creative, you know. And if you are in the performing art space, like I am, if that is you and you want to be performing and you love theater and performing and musicals and auditions, like you want to do all that stuff, but you have a hard time even claiming the title of like, I'm a performing artist, I'm a performer, I'm a singer, I'm an actor, I'm a dancer. I do all three. Like if which, go back and listen to my triple threat episode I just had the other day, all about like how to build singing into your whole performing artistry. If you're also acting and dancing, you could actually like definitely include singing to become a triple threat. But sometimes we don't even allow ourselves to move forward in doing that because of these limiting beliefs. And that's why, I always like to come back to this mindset piece, even though like I love giving tactical, like, okay, like learn to do this riff, like, okay, like, start singing this. Like these are songs you can, these are ways you can practice your song. These are ways that you can do this, like practically, yes, prep for an audition. Absolutely. But it really comes back to the mindset because you might not even be taking these steps at all because you don't feel like you can call yourself a performer or you can see yourself ever becoming a performer. And I was like that. Like, honestly, I never thought that I would even attempt to pursue a career in the performing arts or in the creative field. Like I would have loved to, but it never really occurred to me as something that was practical or really available for me. But all I wanted to do was be creative. Like all I wanted to do was like, I just want to wake up every day and do something creative, like do something where I'm engaging with people somehow. I'm performing, I'm creating something like there's beauty. Like I just want to do something that is creative. Like I just like that's literally all I wanted to do. And I felt like there was some shame around that. Of course, like as I realized, like, oh, like, no, I have to like wake up in the real world and like do something practical and not, there's no time for singing, there's no time for the arts, that's like a side thing. That's something that you push it to the side. It's not something that you are actually intentional about because it's not real work. Anyone else, like, is it only me who's ever had these thoughts? Like if you have felt that way, I want you to know you can change your mind. Okay. Those that things that I just listed, those are thoughts that I have had myself. Okay. I have had those thoughts myself. I felt those things myself. I told myself those lies over and over and over and over again. Those were limiting beliefs. Okay. Those were limiting beliefs. Those are limiting beliefs. And if you have those thoughts, recognize them. I've talked about this before, like acknowledge, recognize, gain awareness of when those thoughts are popping up in your mind and know that you can change your mind. You can, because like I used to have those thoughts and I do not believe those things anymore. Like those limiting beliefs, they are not, they're not in my mindset anymore because I know what is possible now. I have given myself full permission to do this thing, to pursue this career. And I want you to give yourself full permission, whether you're pursuing performing as a career, whether you just want to get better at singing and you feel like a little bit of like, oh, like I shouldn't really like make it a big deal. Like it's not a big deal. No, it is a big deal. It's a good enough deal. If you're thinking about it, it's enough of a deal for you to give yourself permission. Give yourself permission to say, you know what? I do want to get better as a singer and I'm not afraid to say it. Give yourself permission to begin to change those thoughts, those limiting beliefs, begin to change them. Give yourself permission to change your mind. And so that's what I feel like, that's what I've seen that I've been able to do. And it's taken the grace of God. And I always share about my faith on here. You know that it takes, for me, it goes back to surrendering to God, letting God change those thoughts and partnering with the Holy Spirit to do that. But, and for you, I want you to think, I just want you to give yourself that permission. Give yourself permission to change your mind, to change those limiting beliefs, begin to rewrite them. When they pop up, as you gain awareness of them, which is the first thing, definitely gain awareness. When they pop up, begin to tell yourself a different story. No, Estelle said that singing is important. Use me as your advocate for your mind if you need to. Okay. Use me as your singing. I'm your singing coach. Okay. Use me as your singing advocate. I will advocate for you. I will hype you up. Like tell yourself, you know what? Estelle said singing is important. And even if, like, aside from me, just recognize the fact that has music impacted your life in any way? Has theater, has the arts impacted your life in any way? That means the arts are useful, right? The arts are important. And so you wanting to build confidence in your singing voice is relevant. I want you to know you can change your mind. You can decide to tell yourself a different story. Okay. And from there, begin to build confidence in your singing voice. Begin to build confidence in that aspect of your artistry as a performing artist. Because if you're an actor, if you're a dancer, and you're wanting to, do theater, you're wanting to work in theater or audition for community theater, or do anything performing wise, it's so helpful to have singing as a skill. If you are in any way wanting to perform, if you're a songwriter and you write songs, it's so helpful to be able to, develop your voice and build confidence in your voice so you can sing your own songs, right? And so I want you to not only give yourself permission to change your mind, right? To know it's not selfish, it's not shameful to want to create art with your voice, with your personality, with your stage presence. It's not a bad thing to want to do that. Change your mind. And then from there, begin to build confidence in your singing voice. You have a gift to give. So what are you going to do about it, right? You got to take courageous action steps and begin building confidence in your singing voice. You guys know I have the Sing Confidently course. In the course, the very first step is knowing your voice. That's where we start to change those limiting beliefs. That's when you gain awareness of what is my voice? How does my voice even work? And why is that important? And you begin to change those limiting beliefs that you might even have about your singing voice, and you begin to actually get to know your voice. And even from step one, you start to build your voice because you focus on pitch matching a little bit in step one, knowing your voice. And knowing your voice, in that section, that's where we also, I want you to also think about those limiting beliefs that you have around singing in general and around the arts and a creative lifestyle as a whole. So if you're having those limiting beliefs, you can change them. And then you can also start to take action steps to build confidence in yourself as a singer, as a performer. I'm right here cheering you on every single episode. You know that. And I want you to come over to the course. If you've never checked out the course before, the Sing Confidently course, right now it's still I think by the time you hear this, it'll still be at the lower price. The price will be going up again because I've added a monthly Q&A where we're live together every month. And you've gone through the course, or maybe you've gone through part of this course by the time we do the live Q&A, you can come and ask me questions. But I'm also going to be extending it even longer from 30 minutes to an hour. That way I can include like time for live coaching. And if you want to sign up to do it like a little performance, like if you want to work on a song during the course on your own, and then you come to the Q&A this month or the next month or the next month, whatever month you decide, you can sign up to maybe even do a little performance. So that's something that I'm playing around with tweaking and adding in there if you guys are interested. But all that being said, and with other trainings that I want to add to the course as well, like the course is not going to stay at the price that it's at right now forever. So I really encourage you to not delay or waste any time. Like, let this be your action step to actually build confidence in your singing voice. But you've got to change those limiting beliefs. You got to know that they do not have to last. Like, they do not have to direct the way that you ignore your singing voice. Don't let the limiting beliefs stop you. You can change your mind. This is my encouragement to you. I hope this helps. I hope this encourages you. And I'm back. I'm going to be back here cheering you on again next time. But go to creativelybyestelle.com/course. Make sure you check it out now before the price increases, because I would love for you to get in and I'd love to meet you guys. Like, I'd love to sing with you. As always, you can come to the Facebook group as well and say hi to me over there, as I would love to, hang out with you and talk more as well. But remember, don't let limiting beliefs stop you. You can change your mind. Change your mind today and start building confidence as a singer. Okay. I'm so excited for you guys. I really love being here with you. I'll talk to you guys later. Have an amazing day.
Thank you so much for listening to today's episode and to this show. I'm so in awe of you for being here and showing up for your creative gifts. That takes courage. Don't forget to join the performing arts community on Facebook for support and inspiration as you continue on your journey. If this episode helped or inspired you in any way, please leave a review on Apple Podcasts and share it with someone. It means so much. Thank you again, and don't forget to keep singing, acting, dancing, performing, and living creatively. Talk to you next time.